I couldn't stop my hands from shaking as I sat across from Dr. Marcus Chun, trying to explain why I'd come. The words tumbled out between shallow breaths. I've been crying every day for 3 months. Getting out of bed felt impossible. Food had lost all meaning. 15 pounds just disappeared without me noticing. He leaned back in his leather chair, fingers steepled under his chin. Honestly, it sounds like stress. Have you considered joining a gym? Physical activity works wonders. I blinked at him, certain I'd misheard. I think it's more than stress. I can't function anymore. I think I might need medication. His expression hardened. Depression is overdiagnosed these days. Everyone walks in here thinking they need pills. What you actually need is better sleep habits and exercise. I can barely make it to the bathroom to shower, I whispered. How am I supposed to exercise? That's the depression talking, he said dismissively. You need to push through it. Medication is just a crutch that prevents real healing. He scribbled something on his notepad. Start with 30-minute walks daily. Eliminate caffeine. Keep a journal. We'll reassess in a month. A month? I don't know if I can make it that long. He stood up, signaling the appointment was over. If this were a genuine emergency, you'd be in a hospital. You made it here today, so clearly you're managing. The walk to my car felt endless. That evening, my roommate Maya called from work to check in. What did the doctor say? He told me to exercise. That's it. He thinks I'm being dramatic. The next 20 days became a blur of darkness. I stopped showing up to my job, stopped responding to texts. I sat on my apartment floor for hours, staring at nothing, while thoughts I'd never had before crept into my mind. Dark thoughts about ending everything. Maya found me one night, curled up in the corner of the bathroom, unable to explain how long I'd been there. That's enough, she said firmly. You're seeing him again tomorrow, and I'm coming with you. Dr. Chin saw me the following afternoon. I'd lost more weight. Purple shadows hung under my eyes. I couldn't stop trembling. The exercise isn't helping, I managed to say. I'm getting worse. I'm having thoughts about hurting myself. He barely glanced up from his computer. Everyone experiences dark thoughts during stressful periods. It's completely normal. Then he pulled out his prescription pad, and for one desperate moment, hope flickered in my chest. He handed me a prescription for vitamin D supplements and a referral to a personal trainer. I stared at the papers in disbelief. I just told you I'm having suicidal thoughts, and I'm telling you that exercise and sunlight are proven treatments for depression. Medication only masks the underlying problem. He typed something into his computer. You're young and physically healthy. Your brain simply needs proper fuel. Maya stayed at my apartment that night because she was too frightened to leave me alone. 15 days later, I was back in his office. I hadn't eaten in 72 hours. Speaking required enormous effort. I need medication, I whispered. Please, I can't survive like this. Dr. Chin's eyes narrowed. Are you doctor shopping? Have you been seeing other physicians who also refuse to prescribe? No, I'm only asking you. This insistence on medication is deeply concerning, he interrupted. It suggests drug-seeking behavior. I'm documenting that you're repeatedly demanding controlled substances despite being offered evidence-based alternatives. If this pattern continues, I'll have to note malingering in your permanent medical record. The room tilted. You're threatening to document that I'm faking this? I'm documenting concerning patterns. That's problematic behavior that needs to be recorded. My entire body was shaking. I followed everything he told me. I tried. Nothing is working. I'm telling you I want to die, and you're calling me an addict. I left without another word. In my car, I called Maya through tears. He said I'm drug-seeking. He's gonna put malingering in my file. Absolutely not, Maya said. We're finding you a real doctor today. She spent the afternoon making calls. By evening, she'd secure an appointment with Dr. Sarah Okafor for the next morning. When I walked into Dr. Okafor's office, she looked at me carefully, and something in her expression shifted immediately. How long have you been feeling this way? I told her everything. She didn't interrupt once. When I finished, she said quietly, I'm so sorry you experienced that. What Dr. Chun did wasn't just wrong. It was dangerous. He said I was drug-seeking. You weren't drug-seeking. You were asking for standard psychiatric care that he refused to provide. She pulled out her prescription pad. I'm starting you on an SSRI today. We'll monitor your response closely, and I'm referring you to a therapist who specializes in severe depression. I couldn't stop crying. I'm also filing a formal complaint against Dr. Chun with the state medical board.